and then they're pushing a narrative on a guy that never really existed. So if we're going to talk about like just regular average people, we're not going to talk about all the guys that are in jail, because they do exist, but they're not like a big percentage of the men that's here. Black men, I don't believe so. We want to talk about just regular guys, the majority. So when I see controlling the narrative, I mean the guys that are out here that's putting in work, a lot of ladies don't even look at them as being the guy that they want anyway. So they're pushing a whole bunch of nonsense, especially when it comes to ladies saying that guys are boring and all of these silly things, when these guys are not even looked at, and that's silly. So I feel like ladies are controlling the Black man's narrative. So I think what Tommy was saying, if we had a panel, right? And this panel is great. I don't want to say we can't have panels of all type of people on a podcast. That's diversity. But we also need to have a panel of the husband and the wife showing the marriage that we don't see. What happened? Because what I see is that it's a lot of drama happening. But what happened to all of these men that have wives? Where are your wives? I'm not saying you got to sit here and be a spokesperson. All you got to do is just represent yourself like you do when you walk outside. No one's doing that, though. So if you want to change something, then you have to be the change you want to see. And I'm talking about on these platforms that people keep searching on. Of course, if you go to a regular channel, you're going to see drama. Sure, it's entertainment. That's just how it goes. It's been like that. Black people like entertainment. That's what it is. That's what they're going to go attract to. But if we could switch it up a little bit and show some positivity, and we're talking about a family dynamic, 2-parent household, because they out there. It ain't just single parents. Yeah, even though that's a trend, sure. But it ain't that. That's not the majority. It's not. There's a lot of families out there, but a lot of them are being silent because as soon as people come out there with their families, that's boring. Why is that boring? That's what y'all want. Y'all want a marriage and kids, right?
Look,
like, no,
they don't want that. Thank you. That's what I'm saying.
They want a wedding.
When you see the trigger, when you see the married couples, I said that when I brought the married couple onto my show. Mm-hmm. I said it's a shame that they got something to tell us if we keep claiming that this is real, that we want to see more of it. But we don't want to see them. And if you're a woman, the last thing you want to do is just keep putting your man out in front. You see what the fuck happened to that woman with that Mr. Jackson. Mr. Jackson got big on YouTube. Next thing you know, he was fucking everything move. You lost your marriage. So who want to keep putting their handsome ass husband online talking about this me and my husband? And you know the bitches in the comment section saying, they trying to see if they can ruin your marriage.
But what about him controlling his own narrative?
No. I'm saying, no. You're right. But what I'm saying is the fear. She's saying, we don't see much of it. I said, well, some of it is because as a woman, you don't want to put your food out there in front of everybody because they might try to take it. This island girl will talk about her man, but you ain't seen her man because she probably don't want you trying to get her man. And you want
Hold on, wait. I will say this.
There's a lot of niggas out here hungry. There's a lot of niggas out here hungry.
Narrative, as in controlling our dicks, that wouldn't happen, right?
Well, I agree with you, but hey, listen, hold on. Okay, let me ask you something. Do you have any alarm system at your house? Sir, do you have an alarm system at your house?
Yeah.
Why? Because if people control their urges to steal, we wouldn't need them.
Well, I also have guns also.
That's my point.
You gotta walk right into that one.
Point. All I said was people do the same thing that you do with your house. Sometimes you protect what you care for because you don't want to expose it. That's all. That's why you got locks on your door.
Okay.
And when they come out and they think about their men and something happens in that relationship, they say, you shouldn't have been bragging. You shouldn't have been out here showing him off. You shouldn't have been saying everything. Keep things to yourself. You don't want people knowing what you got. They're going to be jealous of you. So it's like we have these
that's why I say you're leading everybody astray.
We have these opposing views and they're loud. And they have.
Before we get to cooking, Precious, did you go on this? Did you get a formal answer? You did? Oh, so it's time to cook.
I was the first person to go. I thought Lady Shan was trying to go.
Lady Shan went, but I do have a follow-up question.
Did she change her hair?
So I got a follow-up question. Let me qualify this statement real quick.
Jay, you can talk. I told her to be quiet.
Let go. You just gonna keep interrupting me while I'm talking? This is the Let Go show, everybody. All right. So as far as men controlling their own narrative, yeah, we could talk about the media and all of that, but I want to see what y'all think about this. Feminism has an agenda, and one of its agendas is that it cannot make women look strong and powerful without making men look weak and inept. I watch it on every network, and I'm specifically calling out BET, VH1, and the OWN network, Oprah's network. So if y'all haven't heard by now, Tyler Perry is bidding for BET. Is that a good thing for the black man's narrative or a bad thing? The floor is open. Anybody?
Bad thing.
That's a good thing because he's a black man, but I think it's a bad thing because his narratives are pandering to what women want to hear.
Yep.
So it's kind of like a gift and a
double-edged sword. Yeah, it's a bit of a double-edged sword, isn't it? Yeah.
They might as well.
I would argue that
his own network as well.
Because I'm sick of us building like great black businesses. We build great black businesses, and then it's called, like, for instance, or Black Causes BLM. But when you look at the root of it, who owns them in the end? We always sell it on to white people to control it afterwards. We build it up and then we sell it off. So there's no point of a BET being run by white people.
And he has his own views, right? But he also allows space for other men to come in and give their views. And also when he has his movies and his shows where the men actually are being stronger and tougher, they just don't get the views because it's not as much drama when the man is doing the right thing, then the woman is in line. So there's not much excitement to that. But when the man is doing the wrong thing, the woman is pissed off, then she's pissed off. You got the ratings, you got the money coming in. So it's like, I understand what you guys are saying, but then you're throwing the entertainment aspect out of it. I think that's partially
what you're missing.
What you're missing. That he's doing what he's doing because it's entertainment. Just like when you go off.
Though, if we reset the norm, that can potentially change in another year or 2-3 years. But right now, the norm is whatever women are flocking to. That's what we do. And we keep pandering to women because that's just what the norm is. But as far as we men changing the narrative and resetting the norm where this is now the new thing, it's just like a style or a trend. We got to change. We got to set that because men set trends. Why can't we set trends when it comes to media?
I expect you to. That's what I expect you to do. But you can't act like this black man. You can't act like this black man getting this opportunity to have a network. He's just only going to push his show. He's only going to have one voice on there.
Yes.
But no,
if he could be successful, yes.